Okay, House of Payne fans. Now, this video is kind of just listing out a few issues I have with the reboot. Now, don't get me wrong. I enjoy it for what it is. I think so far, from season 9 to where we are now in season 14, season 13 has been the best overall season since the show came back on BET. I think that season captures the essence of the original better than the seasons that came before. So 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, the previous 4 seasons. And low key, season 14 is seemingly following that same trend. It's like the writers found their stride and they're really bringing back story-driven episodes as opposed to just episodic plot lines where things get resolved before the end credits roll. But the show is still dealing with some problems as far as I'm concerned. I think I speak for everyone when I say, listen, we need more set pieces. It's cool that we're getting new characters, some of which are appearing for more than just one episode, like church members with Ella, different people wanting to help out the barbecue business that Floyd and Curtis have. Glow, came into the fold as HOA president, along with, like Laura's parents, just to name a couple. But in terms of, some of the OG characters, like for real, we can't see any of the Firehouse or the barbershop crew, none of them. But yeah, when it comes to the set pieces, and I mentioned this in another video, you don't have to recreate the barbershop to look exactly like it did back in the day. I mean, I know that they say Floyd used to run the barbershop, which insinuates that he no longer has it. So his focus is on the barbecue business. But I think one storyline or plot point they could have done is that last season, Curtis and Floyd dissolved the business. And once Floyd got the money he was owed, he could have taken that and it's like, you know what? I'm no longer in the barbecue thing with Curtis, so let me go back to what I know, because he's the one who has the business savvy know-how and he's a hustler. So I can imagine, Floyd doing something like taking the money and reopening the barbershop, or maybe either it's the same shop or he just goes to a new location within the area. You have a barbershop set for Zatima. Why not use it for House of Payne? All you got to use is different lighting and whatnot, but that's the thing, with Assisted Living and House of Payne, those shows really come across and look more like plays than actual series. And another thing to think about is that it would be great if we had Malik and Lisa having their own apartment. We can get a different set piece for that. But no, all we have is Curtis in Ella's home in their backyard. And then we have CJ and Janine's house, which is the living room and kitchen. And then we got the condo where Calvin lives, and that's about it. But I don't know why they can't just add a couple different locations, because it's Tyler Perry Studios. There are sets everywhere. But for whatever reason, these shows are restricted to only 3 sets. Assisted Living only having 1. But I think when it comes down to it, another thing fans are just tired of, the majority want Laura gone, but no, put it this way. Even if Laura finally leaves the show, her and Calvin break up for whatever reason and she's gone, what is that going to do exactly? I mean, yeah, that leaves room for Miranda and Calvin, but if I were a betting man, I'd say that even if Laura left, she decides not to marry Calvin for whatever reason, whether it be the family or Miranda, I don't think that's going to be an instant fix where Calvin and Miranda get back together. Because it just seems way too forced, way too soon. I think there's going to be an arc where Calvin needs to be alone. He might even start dating another woman. But I do feel like this storyline has been going on for far too long in terms of Laura and Calvin. They've been engaged since season 10. And we are now in season 14. They've been planning this wedding for quite some time. And a lot of time has passed. Remember, Lisa was still pregnant when these two got engaged. And Melissa is probably several months old by now, yet for whatever reason the wedding seems even further away than when they first got engaged. So yeah, I definitely feel like they should move on with this storyline. I mean, aside from that, the show is stronger now than what it was when season 9 first came out, when Tyler was writing everything himself. But they really need to add more storylines. Well, honestly, not even that more, because aside from the Calvin, Miranda, and Laura stuff, Ella had a decent storyline with the abused woman at her church. Jasmine has her college storyline with Jackson going on. Malik with his political career getting off the ground. Lisa, I can barely count on my fingers the number of times she's appeared, even in season 13 to where we are now. I mean, ever since Jasmine, and especially when Janine, but more specifically, when Jasmine showed up, that's when Lisa got put on the back burner more. It would be interesting to know if there are any potential plans for Malik proposing to Lisa in the near future, but I definitely want them to get their own apartment first. CJ and Janine, their storyline is their marital issues, but Curtis, his only storyline is really in regards to Floyd and their barbecue back and forth nonsense. So, yeah, I really feel like there is room for improvement, and hopefully as this season goes on, it gets better, but only time will tell. So, maybe there is a season 15. We'll just have to wait and see. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How you feel about the way the show's been going lately. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.